ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Executive Vice President of Chatter, Salesforce.com, Nassi Jazayeri.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Are you guys having fun? Yes? Great. Yesterday, we had an amazing day. Started with Mark's keynote. We launched Salesforce One. Following that, we had Green Day concert, and if you guys had energy, probably went to MC Hammer's after our party. But for people who had keynote like me, I went to bed, 9 o'clock, so I missed all that. Today, we're going to keep the party going. This is an exciting session, and today, we're going to show you the future of the connected enterprise. That's our goal today. We're going to show you how our customers are using Salesforce One Chatter, Salesforce One Community, Salesforce One Platform to run their business on our platform. We're going to connect you with 3 iconic brands, HP, Nestle, and Unilever, so you can learn from their experience, from their success, and from their transformation. With that, let's get this going. So, of course, you can't have a Salesforce presentation without a safe harbor. So this is our in-the-cloud, mobile, social safe harbor. Yesterday, you heard from Mark. The world is changing. There is a major shift how we connect and engage with our customers, partners, and employees. The importance of engaging one-on-one and providing highly personalized experience is the difference between tomorrow's industry leaders and laggards. To succeed, you need to connect. To connect to the right person, to the right information, to the right file, to the right app, from any device. And these connections are important because they are your competitive edge. We live in a connected world. This is a world that is radically different than 5 years ago. Over 4.5 billion people are connected and engaged on social networks. We are generating 150 million posts a day, 1.2 billion online videos, 42 million blogs. There's just a lot of information for us to be able to manage and to connect to. So how do we do this? In our personal lives, we use these social, mobile, in-the-cloud apps to instantly connect us to the right information, to the right people, so we can make best decisions. Every day, we use these connections to take quick, informed action. We use Kayak to book the best available flight. We use Yelp to find the best service nearby. We use Dropbox to find and share photos and videos to our friends and family. So what if we could have the same agility at work? What if we could have the same agility at work? To connect to any file instantly, to connect to data, to app, to experts, to customers, to partners, to connect to anything instantly from any device. Imagine how your world will be different at work. Well, in the Internet of Customers, everything's connected. You need one platform to connect to your customers, partners, employees, and information. Welcome to Salesforce One, your customer platform connecting you to your Internet of Customers, connecting your employees, your partners, your customers, and your information in a way that's tailored to your business needs and customer preferences. And now that everything's connected, this is really important, and now that everything's connected, now everyone benefits. Your employees are more productive because they have instant access to information and they can take quick actions. Your customers can engage one-on-one to be serviced better. And your partners are more effective because now you're working as a team and they have access to your business processes. your files, your experts, so they can get their job done faster. And your admins can help you drive your business by connecting you to set up custom actions, apps that are tailored for your work, so you're more productive. And everything out of the box is social, mobile, in the cloud. And Chatter is at the heart of Salesforce One. It's the social layer, is the connectivity fabric, connecting your customers, partners, employees. This year, we have delivered a complete set of solutions, collaborative solutions, to connect you to your employees, your customers, your partners, and information. With Salesforce One Chatter, we connect your employees and your files to drive productivity. With Salesforce One Communities, we connect your customers, your partners, so you can engage one-on-one and provide highly personalized experience. With Salesforce Files, it's your next-generation enterprise file-sharing platform. Now, for the first time, you can search, access, and share files, your enterprise files, from any device. And the best part of this is Chatter is a platform. Everything's API-driven. All of these services are API-driven. So you can embed any of these services into your own application. Today, we're going to hear from 3 of our leaders. We're going to hear how Nestlé is using Salesforce Chatter to drive productivity across this massive global organization. We're going to hear how HP is using Salesforce Communities to accelerate innovation and engagement with their partners and customers. And we're going to hear how Unilever is using Salesforce Files and Salesforce Chatter to drive efficiency and consistency across 190 countries. So with that, let's start with Nestlé. Over 330,000 employees, 1.2 billion products sold a day. Nestlé is a great example of connected company. Customers are connected to online product information using QR codes. There's over 180 million fans connected on Facebook. And employees and information and partners are connected using Salesforce Chatter. They call it Nestlé Nest, their internal social network. And today, we're going to focus on one of the key use cases of Nestlé, uniting a global marketing machine. The marketing team across the world uses Chatter to have immediate, instant access to marketing messages, creative assets, and case studies. They also use Chatter to create specific groups so they can work together with their partners, thousands of partners across the world, on global campaigns. And they also use Chatter to identify and recognize marketing leaders. With that, I would like to introduce Mike Micucci, our SVP of Products, to come on stage. Please welcome Mike. He's going to show you Chatter in action in Nestlé. Mike, thank you.
All right. I'm so excited to be here today. We got some great things to show you guys, so stay tuned. So first, let me introduce my demo partner here, Rasmus. He is the Norse god of demos, so we're going to do some great stuff. So to kick this off, we're going to do a demonstration around Nestlé. What a fantastic use case. I couldn't be more excited to have a chance to show this off. And, look, Nestlé started their entire initiative around Chatter, around marketing. They've connected now over 300,000 users on Chatter and Nestlé Nest. It's a fabulous use case. So today, what I'm going to do is, this is a demo, kind of a shared vision around how Nestlé can extend Chatter and the Nest around some new capabilities we're going to do. So Rasmus, let's roll up onto the Mac. And for this particular demonstration, I'm actually going to play Rasmus. I always wanted to do that in my life. So I'm going to be Rasmus, and Rasmus is a marketing manager for Nespresso. We all love Nespresso. Could use a few more of those today. And here we are in Nestlé in the Nest, right here on the Mac. And we take a look. Oh, that's right. There we now we're right. We're on the iPhone. Rasmus is a busy guy. He's on his iPhone. Maybe he's at a big tech conference. Looks up on his email. So take a look. And he's in probably the world's cleanest email inbox. And right at the top is an email from George. And let's take a look what George has. It looks like he got a research alert from something he's working on, a campaign, a holiday campaign for Pinterest. Wow, that looks pretty good. But you know what? It's in email. It's not in Chatter. So what do we need to do? Well, we have this great new feature, email to groups. And I'm just going to send this right in to my group. It's called Winning with Pinterest, a group we set up to collaborate back and forth with the Pinterest team so they can collaborate on it right there in context to what I have to get done. Email to groups, connecting email closer to Chatter so you can get things done faster. Fantastic. So Rasmus, let's go back to your email inbox. What else we got going on? Oh, we got an email from Anna. Who's Anna? Let's check this out. Well, that came from, not Salesforce pre-release, but that came from right there, from the Nest. And Anna works at Pinterest, and she's got a question. It looks like she shared some ideas around a new holiday campaign. Let's take a look at that. So let's click on that. And whoa, I came right into Salesforce 1, right onto the feed, right on the file. Connecting email directly into Salesforce 1. I didn't have to fumble around anymore. And look what I see. I'm right there on that conversation. I see through the magic of Salesforce files. I see a beautiful file right there on Nespresso. Let's take a look at that. Wow, that campaign is starting to really shape up. I'm going to save that for later. Maybe I'll put that offline. So in case there's no network later, wherever I'm at, and we'll come back, and let's see what else we got going on. Maybe I'll like that and give a comment, tell the team to move on. Fantastic. Right from my email, I just got 2 things done. Rasmus is a busy guy, but look at all the things he's doing. So let's take a look at Salesforce 1. You saw it yesterday if you went to the keynote. What an unbelievable achievement. And at the heart of Salesforce 1 is Chatter. Social is at the core of Salesforce 1, and the things you know and love about Chatter are right there. The feed, people, groups, right front and center. But right below that, you have all the apps that you have access to in Salesforce at your fingertips, one click away. And just below that, any partner apps that you have loaded into your org are now there, right there. And we put a few in here, for example, DocuSign, HP, Concur, now all available for you. And let's roll over, and I want to show you one other really important innovation on Salesforce 1. Check this pretty little blue plus sign. You can move it back and forth. You can play Pong with it if you want. It's pretty slick. But that is called the publisher. And in the product guy speak, we call it the multi-dimensional publisher. You can throw that around later. Heck, cool. But the what you see is everything that you need, one click away, right there. I can post, I can share my files, I can share my photos, just like you always do. But look, there's other applications here. There's partner applications. Any app that you need to contribute to inside of Salesforce is right here in the publisher, one click away, further reducing that barrier to get information in to where it needs to be and contribute and get things done. That's pretty slick. So let's see what else is going on. Let's take a look at that feed. So right at the heart of Salesforce 1 is the feed. I'm so proud of the Chatter team. They literally rewrote this feed, optimized for Salesforce 1 for mobile. Look how rich and beautiful it is. We've optimized the relevancy, so many enhancements. And I can see up at the top, there's this new notification piece. And let's click on that notification. And there's my friend Anna again, always asking questions from Pinterest, right here in context. And she wants that video. She needs to see the latest holiday campaign video. So how am I going to share that to her? Well, we've been working with some of our partners to add, where are you at there? Can you go back to the plus sign? Probably played too much Pong with that. One more. There you go. So pop up the plus sign. And there in the lower half is video. We've been working with partners like Vidyard to connect private video libraries directly into Chatter and Salesforce 1. So now you can share and collaborate on your videos right there in context to what you're trying to get done. In this case, winning with Pinterest. But there's this other cool feature right at the top. When we share that video, we're going to @mention a group. @mentions are one of our most powerful collaboration features to pull people into conversations. Now you can pull whole groups in at once. Really get that conversation started. So we're going to drop that video in right here. And boom, I just shared a private video library with the Pinterest team so they can keep going on this campaign. I brought them all in. Let's just take a look at that video. Through the magic of our network, up it comes. And we'll just play it real quick. Oh, of course, Nespresso, because that's what we're working on. Fantastic. Rasmus, you got a lot done so far this morning. So let's roll over, and we'll go over to the Mac. Rasmus has kind of finished up the conference, had a coffee break, maybe went down to the Grant Street Nespresso Boutique and had a few shots there. And he's back at his desk. and he needs to connect with the Nespresso team, the Pinterest team, I mean. And you know, we got this great new feature up here. We've been working with this awesome partner called Blue Jeans, and we're going to have a video meeting. So I don't have to go outside, set up something else. I'm going to do it right here from the publisher, right in the feed, completely in context of exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to schedule this meeting. I'm going to mention Anna in. I'm going to pull her into that conversation. She's going to get notified. We'll join that meeting, and up comes, right from Chatter and Salesforce, up comes Blue Jeans, and we'll take a look. This is what Rasmus sees. Hi, Rasmus, wave, everybody. So Anna's going to share her screen, and we're going to pop up a Pinterest pin and take a look at this. Fantastic. Right there in context, directly from Chatter, directly from Salesforce. We've now enabled a video conference, and we're sharing back and forth. They brought this presentation in. They can work on it and take a hard look. But you know what? I'm a product guy. I'm not a marketing guy. I don't work on Nestle and Nespresso campaigns, but I know somebody who does. So let me introduce Pete Blackshaw, Global Head of Digital Marketing and Social Media at Nestle. Pete, come on up. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
We've been so excited to have you guys here. Nestle has been a fantastic story. Had a chance to come out and visit your team this summer and saw some amazing things. And marketing has been literally the tip of the spear for Chatter. Right. Can you tell us a little bit about what inspired you to start this?
Well, we had a couple inspirations. Number one, we set a pretty aggressive goal of being a top FMCG leader in leveraging digital and social media to build brands and delight consumers. So we had to think about the type of platform that would help us move fast towards that goal. The second thing is that we actually had a program we call the Digital Acceleration Team, which is comprised of our best digital leaders from across our many markets. And this was actually a hack, kind of a hack project that they tested. It worked. It scaled really, really fast. And we were off to the races.
Fantastic. So what kind of impact has this had on your team? I mean, how are you seeing this evolve and make your team different?
Well, it's definitely a journey, and we're moving fast, but the results so far have been really encouraging. I mean, my job as head of digital is to help markets win. So I have to think about how do I scale toolkits, guidance, best case studies with the markets, and I'm a big social media user myself. I know it's inherently efficient. If we can apply that internally and apply those same better, faster, smarter principles, and we're doing that. We've got hundreds of groups. I think we're doing very good collaboration with our outside suppliers, which up until then, it's kind of, there's a lot of friction in the process, and I think we've removed that. I, as a leader, take it very seriously. I actually post at least twice a day on a community that I've built that's got up to about 2,300 users within Nestle. I try to walk the talk as a leader to really make sure that I can maintain a high level of content, and I think the organization is following. We've also got some top executives involved, and that kind of creates a very interesting dynamic where sometimes people fear that if they're not on Chatter, then they're missing out. But there's a lot of things, but again, it's a journey, and you just have to iterate really, really fast. We're a radically decentralized network at Nestle. We are a social network, and it's lent itself really well to picking up a best practice from India, grafting it onto the US, and vice versa.
Very cool. So, since I'm the product guy up here, tell me, what do you want to see next?
Well, I'm excited about everything that you shared. We want to build the best global sharing collaboration ecosystem anywhere, and obviously there's some additional functionality that can make it better, and we're eager to test our way into it. And I know my tech and my marketing partners here are eager to learn as much as possible, but we want to take it to the next level.
Fantastic. Well, Pete, thank you so much for all your leadership. You guys have been a great use case for us, and we really appreciate your time. And then we got, oh, that's right, we have one more thing. I almost forgot about that. Hold on one second. Pete, can you tell us what's going on?
Yeah, so this is available to everyone here. Nespresso is one of my favorite products, not just because I'm at Nestle. And if you walk down to Grand Street, everybody here, show your badge, and 2 Nespressos, 2 desserts, so you can bring a friend, and then starting tomorrow, 25% off of every Nespresso machine, whether you buy it there or buy it online. So enjoy. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Pete. Fantastic. Can't wait to take advantage of that offer. I think Rasmus and I will be hitting that pretty hard in like 10 minutes. All right, Nasi, I think it's your turn.
All right, guys. Don't leave now. Don't leave now. Hold on. This is going to carry on for the rest of the day. Okay, so what was important about this demo, about this use case? I'm going to keep reiterating this because these are really the key takeaways. Connecting employees, information, partners, and apps on one platform. We talked about video streaming. We talked about audio-video conferencing. We talked about partners, Pinterest, all of them on one platform, bringing everything together. With that, let's go to the next customer use case, HP. HP has over 300,000 employees. They're ranked 11 on Fortune 500, and they have over 75 years of continued innovation. And today, innovation is just not about technology. It's about providing solutions to meet the needs of your customers. So HP is using Salesforce Community to bring together their customers, their partners, in a community so they can collaborate and build, create comprehensive solutions and leading-edge solutions for their customers. So let me tell you a little bit about some of the exciting things they're doing with communities. First thing they're doing is they're building a community, or they have built a community for higher ed. They're bringing together school districts across the United States so they can collaborate and share best practices and collaborate around programs such as One Child, One Laptop. They also have created a healthcare community where they're bringing system integrators, healthcare system integrators, software companies, and contractors, consultants, so they can work together to build comprehensive solution for the healthcare industry. With that, I want to bring Mike back on stage and Manveer Sandhu, Senior Director of Business Development, to talk about the details of HP.
Awesome. Manveer, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, sir.
It's an amazing story. So Manveer, you lead the community effort here, and I've been getting to know you and your team over the last few weeks. Can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind what you're trying to do here with Salesforce communities?
You bet, Mike. So the inspiration is really around innovation. HP is going through a transformation, and we want to move from being a product-oriented company to more of a solutions-oriented company. Look, we make great products, but now we want to make solutions and deliver solutions that can transform and change the world. That requires collaboration. Industries like healthcare and education are demanding solutions. Communities are happening organically out there. We have sales teams, we have partner teams that are actually going out on LinkedIn and different areas to try and do this on our own because they haven't had the proper platform. So really the vision came from the field. The vision came from the customer, and we're just sort of bringing it all together now.
So tell me, we're going to do this demo in a minute here, and it's going to be featuring one of your use cases around healthcare. It's an amazing story, actually. And could you tell us a little bit about what you're doing in this healthcare community?
You bet. So HP, as you know, it has a strong presence internationally, globally. In the developing world in particular, we do a lot of work in Africa and in Kenya. And a little bit about the backstory in Kenya, if you talk about healthcare, infant HIV is a huge dilemma in Kenya in particular. Roughly 75,000 infants a year are exposed to HIV. 8,000 to 10,000 of those die. They won't even see their second birthday because we can't get the right medicine to them at the right locations at the right times. So HP, Nathan Mueller in particular, a member of my team and a dear friend, a team went there a few years back to take a closer look at the problem and see if we couldn't leverage technology and efficiencies and innovate to see if we can make this a better situation for the kids. And some of the background on this is there's 7,000 locations. The reality is that in order to diagnose HIV in an infant, you need to do a DNA-level blood test. Oftentimes, the infants are born false positive because the mother's carrying the antibody. So imagine 7,000 locations getting blood samples and blood tests from those locations to a central facility for testing. So oftentimes, this period takes too long, logistics are a mess. What Nathan and the team did was they leveraged the mobile infrastructure. What's amazing in Kenya is they got a robust mobile infrastructure. 90% of the citizens have cell phones. In fact, their mobile e-commerce is more advanced than here in the United States. So leveraging that mobile infrastructure and a 3G printer, what Nathan and the team came up with was the idea of leveraging the cloud, leveraging e-print to get the test results to the central facility and back faster so that we can get the right level of medicine, the right regimens, the right ARVs to the infants when they need it at the right times. So we have now hundreds of printers out there, prototyping out in the field, in Kenya, Lesotho, Uganda, and we're looking to scale.
That is an amazing story. And in that story, when you were putting this out, this community together to connect with your partners, to deliver the printers and the solutions, what kind of attracted you to Salesforce communities to put this together?
A couple of things. First of all, HP is well integrated now with Salesforce when it comes to our CRM. CRM is a broad term, but the reality is we have our partners, our customers, all our sales teams, our partner teams, our leads, accounts, opportunities. To do anything social in the B2B space outside of that environment or disconnected from that environment is useless, absolutely useless. And that's what historically we've done. So with the communities platform, it gives us the opportunity to tie all that together so that it's not a disparate experience. The other key thing is the UI. You've got individuals from the field in Kenya, for example. I can't bring them into a lousy user experience in a user interface. It has to be user-friendly, a familiar experience like Facebook, and that's another reason why we like the communities product.
Awesome. I can't wait. This is what I'm going to do now is we're going to do a quick demo and show you what this healthcare community looks like. This is such an amazing story. Manver, honestly, if 2 years ago we sat down and we laid out the vision for communities and the principles, and if you said 2 years ago we'd be on stage right now discussing this amazing use case, the impact it's having in Africa, the team couldn't be more proud. Thank you so much for sharing the story.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to show a demonstration. My friend Rasmus here and I are going to show a demonstration, a vision of how HP can take this healthcare community, take these new features and really move it forward. So Rasmus and I are going to switch and we're going to be a different role. I'm going to be Brad. I am a partner at HP. I'm reselling HP solutions in Africa to deliver a whole new set of healthcare pieces to these remote clinics. So let's start out here. I'm on HP's website and just let's go into the community. And as a partner, the first thing I need to do obviously is log in. And the first experience as a connected company is authentication and identity. And it's now embedded right into the Salesforce One platform. And you can use your own identity, you can use Google, you can use Facebook, you can use Amazon. It's right here. And our goal is to make it easy and put your brand on it so that people can get where they need to do to get their business done. So let's log in. And here we are on this beautiful community. And the first principle of communities is it needs to be your brand, your experience, because it's your customers and your partners. So we put this great map up here to show all the different healthcare projects going around. And we even put for Brad a little highlight on the infant diagnosis project so he can take a look and know exactly where he needs to go. And Rasmus, let's roll down the right-hand side. What kind of information do we put forth? Well, we're tracking 3G data consumption for the printers off in the different countries because that's really important. So we put a dashboard there. Here's the projects that he's working on. Here are a bunch of the topics that are being discussed inside the community with all these different partners. And a great shout out from President Clinton on the impact this project is having across Africa. And in the center, so I'm very proud of this, the Chatter team, is that beautiful social feed that's connecting all the partners in HP together. This is their work stream of everything he has to do. Now, this is fantastic. This page looks great. That first experience, your brand, your experience. But you know what? It's also got something, it's responsive. That's a product guy word for basically it works across all my different devices. So let's take a look at what this page looks like, this community looks like on an iPad. So we'll switch over to the iPad, and there's that iPad. Notice that page is now resized right to the iPad. Build it once, works across all devices, and let's take a quick look on a phone. And there on a phone, you can see there's that piece from President Clinton, topics, the projects, right there. We built it once. It now works across everything, responsive design. Power communities, first principle, put your brand, make it responsive across all devices. So let's go back to the main community, see what Brad has to do. Let's go into that project and take a look. We'll go right into the project. And this is the business side. Can we collapse the feed down? Thank you. This is the business side of the project. This is a record we put together to show all the details around this particular project that Brad's working on. Description, who the partners are, his budget, his forecast, the revenue. This is the business side, getting business done with my partners and HP. Because it takes multiple people to deliver the solution out to all the remote clinics. But at top is the social side. That's where everybody's talking about it. So all my partners are right here sharing that information to make sure they're delivering the right solution. And you can see discussions back and forth with the different organizations. When is the printer going to be available? What do I need to do? I can even see the orders in the feed. This is the second principle of communities. Your data shared securely across all your partners and customers as they need it. And you can talk about it. Marrying the data with the collaboration takes this out of email, puts it all in one spot, further connecting you closer to your partners and customers to make things happen. And we could, if we want, and I just want to point this out because it's such a powerful innovation, is we could even place an order right here. So that same extensibility of the publisher that I showed in that plus sign in Salesforce 1 extends here into the web. So you can easily create custom actions here, and you can drop in orders, and of course they go right onto the project. So principle number 2, data, and let you collaborate around that with your brand. Pretty cool. Let's go back, and let's take a look at something else in this community. So you can see right here at the top of the feed, there's a question. And in the question, there's a topic. And you can highlight this to highlight, go zoom in for a second, Rasmus. So look at that. There's a topic here, HP 3G printer. And you probably noticed throughout that feed, there's topics. Topics are our next generation hashtags. You can declare it through a hashtag, or you can declare it right here. We launched this earlier in the year. It's a fabulous feature. It's completely taken off, and it's a way of organizing your data inside your community or inside your org so you can rediscover things. And let's take a look at this topic, HP 3G printer, because it's pretty cool. And we're going to go what we call a topic page. You click into that, Rasmus. There we go. So right at the top, we see that question from Tamara from UNICEF. And she's got a question. Maybe she's doing something on this printer right there out in the field. So I don't know where to attach a new modem, a new 3G device. And because of the power of Chatter and communities, of course, you get your questions answered instantly. But we see Nathan from HP, who's answered, say, this is what you have to do. And the picture is right there in the feed, on the topic in context, and fantastic. So how did that happen so fast? Besides, this is a demo. I tell you, on the left-hand side, there's a new feature we call knowledgeable people, or I like to call expertise. And we can now detect throughout your community or your org who has expertise on a topic. 3 years of development, over 30 patents in this area. We are so excited to show this off. It's going to be coming available in spring 14. And the way you earn that expertise is by positive contribution, getting app mentioned, likes. It's an earned score. You can declare it, you can earn it, and I can like this comment, I can endorse it, and it all grows your expertise. In this example, we showed in this community how we branded it to your experience, how we made it social with that feed, how we brought the data in across the partners, and now we're showing you, right on this topic, how we've connected that expert. Nathan actually is here. Raise your hand, Nathan, since you invented the printer, and you're a prime character in the demo. Thank you so much. Connecting that expert directly with the people who need questions or get their questions answered. That's why Salesforce communities are so powerful. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome.
This was great, man. This was great. What a remarkable story. HP is doing amazing. What a remarkable story. In the Internet of Customers, everything's connected. You just saw, we're connecting your employees, your customers, your partners, custom actions, experts. Everything's connected. That's how you become productive. Our next customer is Unilever. Unilever is a great story. It's a great story similar to Nestle, where you can quickly deploy Chatter to a massive global organization. In a matter of months, over 95,000 employees were connected and using Chatter. R&D was using Chatter to gather product feedback. Marketing was using Chatter to build consistent messaging and branding across the world. And Unilever was using Chatter to connect with their partners so they can optimize their supply chain. But what was exciting about Unilever, and many of our customers we've been working with, is to continue to improve employee productivity. They want to have seamless access, instant access to their files. And one thing we realize is files are not centralized. There are in many repositories. So that was a big challenge for us. And we work hard. And I'm very excited to announce introducing Salesforce File Connect. With this technology, for the first time, you can search, access, share your enterprise files from any device and connect them directly into your business process. This is very exciting for us. We're in pilot right now, and we're going to give a demo of this with Unilever. Mike, come on board.
Okay. Last demo. So I'm going to show you guys a demo, a vision here of how Unilever can extend Chatter and Salesforce Files now with some great new capabilities, one, the Salesforce Files Connect, and some new things we're doing with file syncing. So quick transformation. I'm not at HP anymore. I'm not Rasmus. I'm going to become Sean. And I am a brand manager for Axe. And I am going to be collaborating back and forth with my agency, Razorfish, to work on the next Axe campaign. And I think, hopefully, most people know Axe is a cologne for men and women. And it was very cool working on this demo with the Unilever team. So let's drop in. And Sean, he's here in that interface you know and love right at the top. And there's that group, Razorfish, their brand agency. And let's drop into that group. And right at the top, I see a file that I've been working on. Groups are literally probably the most powerful collaboration feature inside of Chatter. We see about 30% of all our posts, Chatter posts, go through a group. And what do people do in groups? They collaborate on files. 40% of all files shared go through a group. And you know what we want to do as a product team? We want to make that easier. We want to make it better. We want to make it faster so you can connect with people and get things done. That's a big theme here. So notice something new right here in the feed. See that sync to desktop? Well, now, instead of downloading this and all that, I just click that button, and I sync this file directly to my desktop. And when it syncs, I guess you can't see the top of the screen anymore. I don't know, can we show the toolbar up there? There it goes. So you can see the syncing. It drops down the desktop. And let's go quickly over to the desktop and see what that looks like. So we have this new folder right here called Salesforce Files. Anything you put in this folder will sync across the cloud and all your connected devices. So you always have your files everywhere you go, and they're always in sync. And I can go in here and I can make a quick change to this presentation because I want to get it back to that brand agency, Razorfish. So that's awesome. We're going to have a pink campaign now. Thank you, Rasmus. We'll sync that back up to the cloud. There it goes. And let's just jump in there and see what happened. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to view these files right there in the cloud again. And we're on the Files tab. I don't know how many people knew we had a Files tab, but we have a Files tab. You can get to that through Chatter. On the sidebar, you can get that through Salesforce One directly in the apps, connected apps on the side. And you can see, here's all the folders I had there. Here's that file we just brought up. I can see it's just synced in. I can even see a dedicated folder for all my synced files, regardless of where they are across all my devices. And let's just take a look at that file. And here it is. Here's what we call, in the product land, we call this the file detail page. We can see all the versions around the file. We can see where it's been shared. And this file has been shared. Obviously, Sean owns it. He shared it with the Razorfish group. It's been shared with the Axe, on an Axe campaign. And of course, it's also been shared with some other folks. What's important about that is this file can be shared in multiple locations. And anytime you sync a file and make a change, it gets changed everywhere automatically. Let's just go back into that group. And there you can see, let's go down a little bit. There it is in the feed. It's already been updated. I didn't have to worry about it. Instantly synced and shared everywhere. Making groups and file collaboration that much better, that much faster. This goes out in spring 14. We couldn't be more excited. The team's been working really hard on this. It's a huge feature for us. Can't wait to see it get out there. But Sean's got one more thing to do. You know, he needs to make sure that his partner, Razorfish, is using the right branding guidelines. And a lot of times, branding guidelines are kept in special libraries, marketing libraries, and places, source of truth, that probably are not inside of Salesforce. So how do I find those? Well, I don't even know where they are right now, so let's do a global search, Rasmus. We'll go up there at the top, type in Axe, and take a look, see what we see. So we're going to fire off a federated search. And off we go, and what you're seeing here is we're searching through the magic of Salesforce Files Connect. We're searching not only inside of Salesforce, but we're searching across SharePoint. In this particular case, the files are stored in SharePoint. Right there, in context, from that global search, I can now see all the SharePoint files, and very important, that I have access to. And there's my Axe branding guidelines, perfect. And not only can I see that, but can you click on the feed? I can see all the conversations happening around those files in the feed from search. Maybe I was curious where else we've put this file. See who else is talking about it. Pretty slick. Let's go back into that group and let's share it out with Razorfish. So we'll go up here, and that same action that you see in the publisher works the same way on Salesforce 1. See on the left-hand side, here's all the different file repositories we've hooked into this demo. So we've put OpenText in here, SharePoint 2010, 2013. You can even customize this to connect to other sources. So we put a digital asset management library and connected there. Because the APIs are open, they're right there. So if you have custom libraries, you can connect them in. And what you're doing, so let's drop that, and we'll share this file directly onto the group with my partner, Razorfish. Now, I am not copying the file. No, we heard that's a no-no. We're just referencing it. So anybody, as long as they have access to the file, will see it. If they don't have access to the file, they're not going to be able to use it because it supports and basically uses all the SharePoint security rules. So what do? We just made SharePoint files discoverable within Salesforce. We made SharePoint files social inside of Salesforce. I think we're missing one. Let's take a look at the iPhone. How do we make SharePoint files mobile? So here's that same post that Sean did right here on my iPhone. I can see it. So let's refresh the feed. There it is, Axe branding guidelines. Let's click on that. We are streaming this file directly from SharePoint to the device, observing all the security rules right there. And boom, we just made SharePoint social, mobile, and fully discoverable. And that's the power of Salesforce Files Connect. Fantastic. Can't be more excited for this team and what they've done. This is a huge, huge thing. We've had so many customers ask us to bring SharePoint into Chatter and make it social and collaborative. So with that, I'd like to bring up Tim Pallant. Tim has been a great partner of us, head of collaboration platforms at Unilever, and really, really been a great customer to work with. Tim, thank you so much for being here today. That story, Unilever, Nazi, I think even soft-sold it a little bit. You guys have rolled out 95,000 Chatter users in 9 months. I think that covers roughly 90% of your knowledge workers inside of the company. It's just a huge testimony to what you guys have done. Could you tell us a little bit about your vision from a collaboration perspective and what you're trying to do?
Well, that's a different question.
Different question. I just checking up on you.
Well, from a collaboration point of view, it's exactly the meaning of the word, right? Because we collaborate with partners, an extended organization, well beyond our own employee base. So we have the marketing agencies, we have supply chain partners. We need to remove the friction on that relationship so that we can be as productive as we possibly can. Every organization in this room is finite resources available to them, and you have to make sure you're absolutely using the most you can out of all of those resources. And so freeing up that collaboration process, whether it's within natural teams within the organization or whether it's outside the boundaries of the organization, is exactly what we want to do.
So tell me, 95,000 users, that's a huge achievement. I know it cuts across multiple different groups, supply chain, IT, R&D. Tell us a little bit about your strategy there. What did you guys do to make that work?
Well, I think the key thing for us was empowering teams and really looking at the end user satisfaction. We have a very small team that took on Chatter as a tool that we wanted to make great use of, but we also had very enthusiastic members of the various functions around the business. So we acted as sort of a a brand expertise team within the overall organization, collected best practice from yourselves and from others, and then empowered the teams in the functions so that they could then, within their own natural teams, activate in the way that was best for them. You know, as a marketing company, it was a lot about sort of a brand launch experience. The second part of it, though, was to make sure that the experience was a good experience. So really, really focused on that user satisfaction side. So we didn't want separate passwords and logins. We didn't want to create complete silo when it came to information. And so we did a lot of work up front to make sure that we had minimum criteria in place that would ensure that good user experience.
And you know, just kind of expanding on that, you told me the story about these things called web jams.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really creative. Could you tell us about that?
Well, that's actually sort of a benefit of it. I mean, what the two big use cases that we've seen and got the most power from is sort of the sourcing information across the network, getting those answers instantaneously. But the other thing that people inside Unilever and leadership inside Unilever has been really keen on over the last little while is engaging with everybody in the organization. Last week in London, we had our top leaders event for Unilever, so 200 or 300 of the most senior leaders in Unilever gathered together. For the first time, they could engage in real time with everybody in the company. We had a chatter team on site, we had them all set up. Paul Pullman, the chairman, was chatting for the first time last week. And again, getting that real-time feedback, that real-time engagement with the employees is a key, a really important thing for us right now.
That's very cool. So last question, something when I was out there visiting you guys, you showed me this really cool innovation called Brand Experience Toolkit, which is really a lot around how you're interacting with the agencies and managing your files. Could you talk about the importance of files and what you're doing there?
Well, again, it comes back to user experience. We have tons of creative people within the business and outside of the business, and they're always creating content and adjusting content and putting it wherever they feel like. And usually where they feel like is where it's most easy for them to use. And on one hand, that's great. On the other hand, you know, from a traceability, from an intellectual property point of view, and for a whole host of other reasons, from an IT point of view, you want to manage the information. And you've got kind of two choices there. You either try and take a control philosophy and dictate to people where they put it, which of course everyone fights and avoids and goes around, or again, you come up with a way where the experience of doing what you want the people to do is so good that they actually do that. And so that's the path that we're taking, and obviously with the vision that you portray for us, that's the kind of place we want to get to. Let us, in sort of the IT organization, worry about managing the content and make sure we've got good protection around it, while freeing up the users to do what they want to do and are going to do anyway.
That's fantastic. Tim, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Great story.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That was great. Thank you, man. It's amazing innovation. Amazing innovation. Before we carry on with the rest of the presentation, I want the Chatter team, whomever is here, and our partners whom are here, I want them to be recognized. Can you guys all get up so we can recognize you? This has just been an amazing year. Great partnership. Blue Jeans team, Vidyard. You guys have done an amazing work. The rest of the team isn't here, but I just want to call out, you guys have done an amazing job to really integrate with us using Salesforce One platform. Thank you so much. So you guys just heard 3 amazing stories, how we are connecting information, files, apps, custom actions, partners, employees, customers, all on one platform. That is the power of Salesforce One and Chatter. That's what Mark was talking about yesterday. That's what you guys saw today. Seamless integration with third-party apps. Building your own customized action, all to drive productivity. So there is no reason, then there is no secret why Chatter is the #1 enterprise social network. With over 215,000 active networks, companies of all sizes and industries are benefiting and driving their organization's productivity, engagement, and innovation. And the results speak for itself. Every year, we continue to raise the bar. Every year, we continue to raise the bar to improve your access to information, your engagement, your innovation, and on and on and on. And we haven't stopped there. We continue to innovate and bring to you over hundreds of features every year. And the 3 features I want to call out that are really dear and near to my heart are Chatter Topics, which has been an amazing innovation for us, connecting people to the right information, right experts in the context of their work. 2, Salesforce Files, the synchronization we're doing, Salesforce File Sync, Connect, bringing files seamlessly to the users, again, in the context of their work from across any devices. And lastly, stuff you saw yesterday, which is the publisher. We have worked really hard in the past year to be able to seamlessly bring third-party apps into the feed, into your application, to be able to customize that, build customized actions, and become more productive. And because everything's a platform and everything's API-driven, our partners can easily build the services into their apps and make their customers more productive. So I'm very excited today. We have one of our partners, Intact, and our CTO, their CTO, Aaron Harris, here so he can talk about what they have done with Salesforce Chatter. Aaron, welcome. How are you?
I'm great.
Great.
Thank you, Nazi.
So can you tell us a little bit, first of all, about Intact,
Sure.
and also about your vision, how you see social can really transform your customers?
Absolutely. So Intact is the fastest growing provider of cloud accounting and finance apps to the mid-market. So companies like Kayak, Marketo, Trunk Club, the Wikipedia Foundation, they all run Intact in the back office for their accounting and finance apps.
All of our customers, too.
Yeah, amazing.
Great.
So we had this idea that it really wasn't fair that all the sales and the marketing and the services folks had these great social tools that they could use to improve efficiency and collaboration. Why is it that accounting can't have those same tools? They do have a reputation for being antisocial, but that doesn't mean that they couldn't benefit from this.
The world is changing.
Yeah, very much so. So what we did was, using the Chatter platform, we embedded everything that you guys just saw today into Intact. So every screen, every form, every nook and cranny of the product has all the same social tools that Chatter provides in Salesforce.
That's great. And you guys have a booth here. People can come by and take a look how this works.
We do. And the thing we think that's the most powerful about this is it's connecting the front office and the back office. So because it's all built on Chatter, and it's all one social network in the company, the front office can now collaborate with the back office in the same social network. We think it's incredibly powerful.
Well, we're elevating. This is the connected enterprise. Back
right.
office, front office, everything's connected. Well, thank you so much, and I hope everybody comes to your booth and take a look at this in action.
Thank you.
Thank you. There are many partners who are really embedding Chatter and our services in their applications, so please do go out and look at the partner booths. There's a lot going on. And as we go on, next month, we're going to make many announcements around this. There are many partners are embedding our services. So today, my goal was really to inspire you, to educate you, and to connect you with 3 of our leaders, Nestle, HP, and Unilever, so you can learn from their experience, from their success, and from their transformation, so you can apply and realize the same productivity, engagement, innovation gains at your organization. Also, in terms of call to actions, I want to make sure that I connect you with our resources. There are 2 key resources that my team has worked very hard on. 5 Steps to Communities. Again, it's an ebook for you to download. It's a fast way for you to learn how to build a community and make it successful. And Chatter Engage, again, 5 steps to be able to quickly deploy Chatter successfully. 2, I want to encourage all of you to join, if you haven't, Salesforce Success Community. It's a great community for you to connect with our product management, R&D, our experts, and your peers to exchange best practices and also have your questions all answered immediately right in the community. And lastly, we still have many exciting sessions that are going on. So please attend. Some of the key sessions are community thought leadership. And 2, again, making SharePoint social and mobile. So you just saw Salesforce Files. If you guys are excited to learn the details behind this, please attend that session at 1 o'clock. With that, have a great Dreamforce, and thank you for coming here. Thanks.